Why is love so hard? It's because we're programmed. You know, we've got all this programming from our childhoods, from past lives, from our hereditary experiences, that give us this kind of like unrealistic ideal, or like overly idealized version of what romantic partnership is supposed to be. And you know, that's for better or worse. Like the media has done a number on us, that's for sure. But you know, I feel like the control that we actually have over this is really amazing. It's something that I've kind of been dipping my toes into a little bit here, and so I'm kind of in this place where I'm like, oh, so that pain and disappointment and frustration that I have been feeling and am feeling now, like I created that. But why would I create that? Because I don't know, maybe when I was in my mother's womb, she experienced something like that and it was transferred. Like there are so many reasons that it could be, and to pinpoint one or two is just insane. But what's more important is to figure out how to stop running that specific program. And that has mostly to do with awareness, because yeah, it's great to like be able to reflect and say, hey, I recognize this. But if we're in the moment and we're not able to like say, oh, I see this and I'm going to return this box to sender, essentially, then we're still letting it happen. And it, I mean, it's taken a lot of parcels that I did not appreciate receiving to get to the point where I'm like, I'll return this one, you know? So like, just because you ask for it doesn't mean that you have to keep asking for it. So this is about like, you know, it's about a lot of things, but one of the things that it's about is creating new neural pathways. This is how trauma is healed, by recognizing what the cause of the pain is, and then creating a new experience around that, a new somatic experience if you can, because when your body experiences it, then it's like really in there. So this is actually a function of Neptune also in the birth chart, and Neptune's in Pisces right now and has been for a few years. Neptune is like the somber romantic poet, always seeking but never finding love. I think about Romeo and Juliet, you know, like they had this amazing connection, but they couldn't be together. And so there's all this pain, but the pain is almost the romantic part in a sense, because it's like that thing about how if you don't feel pain, then how can you know what pleasure is? And it's this weird sadomasochistic thing that we're all very familiar with. That's super Neptunian. So the remedy for that is really understanding how it works for you. I know that for me, Neptune was in Capricorn in the 10th house and squaring Venus and Aries in my first house, and that is very, very much the picture of a hopeless romantic who has a very difficult time finding a fulfilling relationship. And it's not it's not like a this is what's going to happen forever and ever thing. It's like, this is what I came in with. This is the program that I'm running. And now that I know that, I can work to transmute that lower vibrational energy into something that is more aligned with what my soul and my heart desire. So for anyone else out there who's been really in the muck with this, Neptune in Pisces it's just like so overly, what do I say? It's like an over experience. It's like everything that you feel is just so much because we're like letting down all of our safeguards so that we have every opportunity to connect with divine source, and we seek that in other people. That's part of the whole love thing, that we don't have strong boundaries. And so what we're learning right now is how to construct the boundaries that we need as a container to hold the love that actually is for our highest and greatest goods. This is especially poignant right now for anyone who has planets or the nodes of the moon in mutable signs. So that's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. I, and anyone who was born, I guess, from like the end of 87 to like mid 89 has North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. And so Neptune has been essentially just like running over the North Node of my North Node for it's been years, and it's not going to let up for another couple years. But that's what I'm talking about. It's like that is the opportunity to really see this paradigm for what it is and make use of it so that it is not a way to escape from pain by seeking redemption outside of ourselves, but to recognize that we haven't done anything wrong, and so we don't deserve to be punished. We actually deserve to align with our higher purpose and like experience the love of that. So that might feel super true for you. It might not. That's okay. This is not for everyone. Feel free to turn this off whenever you want. But if you do want to know more about how this affects you personally, book a reading with me. Let's figure it out together. Let's get down to business. Thanks for being here with me.